What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. I am super stoked to be back up in your face, but not with a new name. We'll get into that in the next little bit. But thank you so much for joining the show. It's Papa G's house. We got a cool show lined up for you today. I feel it's weird because the last episode I had with Jared and I had someone to feed off, but now I'm back in front of the camera. But it's good to be back. I'm feeling good. Done so it's been an interesting couple of weeks. So we'll get into it a little bit later in the show. But just a little housekeeping notes. Don't forget to hit a subscribe. Oh, what is that? Hit a little subscribe for their Papa G's House podcast. It's good to be back on my own in front of you all, and subscribe to Papa G's House. If you want to contact me or send me any submissions or anything that you want me to see, papaghouse@gmail.com. Follow Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Papa G's House. That's it, at Papa G's House. I'm looking forward to a good episode. So without further ado, let's get this party started. I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to go to Papa G's. Yeah, that's where we're going. All right, welcome back in your lives, in your ears, and in your face. Welcome to another episode of Papa G's House, episode 62. It's been weird because I've had a little bit of an identity crisis of late. Those of you who caught the last episode, hell, it was. I was wanting to change the whole spectrum of everything and change the name to the Up in Your Face podcast, but it turns out that it is quite a difficult thing to get everything sorted and email addresses and stuff. So you know what I eventually said after some people contacted me? I said, hey, why don't we just stick to the name? I had what's his name? I had a couple of friends of mine, Josh Grady, all contact me and say, listen, Papa G's House is a household name. And I laughed at it at first, and they said, just don't change it. If it's a mission, keep it as it is. So I'm taking the advice of my friends, and, we're sticking with Papa G's House, so what can you do? But thank you all for joining the show. I got a very cool guest this evening, someone who's extremely talented, who's been around in the Cape Town metal scene for quite some time. He has been involved in so many projects. It is frightening. He is currently active in about 4 separate bands, namely Dream Demon, Last One Alive, Notion to Flee, and what was the last one? Hollowhook, the newest members of the Alpha Sequence, changed their name and their style and recruited some badass members. So we're going to hear all about that this evening. And, a lot of things have been happening. I'm keeping the name. It is what it is. Got some second camera views. Holy shit, what's happening? But yeah, I'm super stoked to be back in the house. Papa G's House. There's no ways we're going to change it. So it is what it is. Welcome to the show, and let's have a party tonight. But without further ado, everybody, let's subscribe to Papa G's House. Get in contact with me at papaghouse@gmail.com. But we have Mr. Joel Dickson in the house. We're going to get him in right now to chat everything metal, memes, and music, along with all the projects that he's involved in. A very talented dude. I'm super excited to have this conversation with him, Mr. Joel Dickson. Everybody, what is up, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
It's good to have you on, dude. You know, like I actually said, I've been around in the local underground music scene only since 2014. My first show I ever played was with you. You were the vocalist for Animus Fall at the time. You were the one that actually pushed us to actually start and get going in terms of gigging wise. So how you doing, dude? It's a long. What I'm saying, it's a long time freaking coming.
Yeah, it has been. It has been quite some time coming. I mean, we spoke about coming on having me on the show.
Yes,
it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, no, for sure. Look, I'm just trying to, I'm waiting for everything to get better, and that's when I have guys like you on, because you got so much going on. You one of the most active vocalists in the scene, always putting out videos, always collabing with other artists and stuff. So first of all, I just want to get into a bit of a background about Joel Dickson, because think about who's listening. Maybe nobody knows who you are, where you've come from. So, I mean, I know your whole family is musical. So where did you get the inspiration to start getting into music? I think it's as early as can be, I can suppose, knowing your brother and the rest of your family.
Yeah. So I always wanted to be the one who didn't get into music.
Why?
Didn't turn out very well. I was quite just like tired of it from a very young age. Like I just didn't want to be another musician,
Yeah.
I was determined that I was not going to do anything. So all my parents' attempts to get me to pick up an instrument were just in vain because I refused. But you can't escape the voice, so.
Yeah, I suppose, dude.
Yeah.
So you don't play any instruments, because I know your dad plays a bit of guitar, doesn't he? Your mom plays piano, your brother plays guitar. So other way around. Okay, so your dad plays piano, your mom plays guitar, and Nathan plays guitar. And then Bethany is an amazing singer as well.
Bethany does everything as well. She plays all the instruments.
Yeah. And so how come you weren't the third member of White Collar Kiss then?
Well, I don't play any instruments, and they didn't need a vocalist, so that was that. But
what about 3-part harmonies, buddy?
Like the Von Trapp children.
Yeah,
Sound of Music.
Dude, the Von Trapp children. Well, I've actually just seen. I'm a huge fan of this new girl rock and roll band called Larkin Poe. And those are three sisters. One played the violin, the other.
Oh right, I think I've heard of them.
Dude, we can try and sample a song later if we can. But dude, get yourself listening to Larkin Poe. They're from Nashville, Tennessee. Good old bluesy rock and roll. This girl, Rebecca Lavelle's voice is just angelic, and I want to know what your thoughts on that band is. So
I'm pretty sure I have seen it before, and I was impressed, but I'll have to give it another listen.
Give it a proper listen. They've just released a new album called we'll get to it. But anyway, so you got into the vocal, like you didn't want to learn a musical instrument. So when did you start realizing that you had a voice?
Well, I mean, my parents were always, after failing to get me to play any instruments, were always telling me that I could sing. So I knew from a young age that I had musical ability, but it took me well into high school to actually start getting interested in music at all. I mean, I was in grade 8 and grade 9 listening to heavy music, but not really getting into the vocals of it until I really got into like grade 10, really.
Okay. And grade 10, when you were in grade 10, what were the heavy music, what were like the Kill Switches of the world and stuff like that?
I was listening to Slipknot. I was listening to quite a bit of Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
Quite
Dude,
a lot of
Nathan got me onto Demon Hunter. Holy shit.
Sure. It's
amazing.
It's one of my biggest influences, and like a lot of Kill Switch Engage, a lot of some odd bands. Have you heard of a band called Il Nino?
Of course, dude. I play into your system, dude.
Well,
another one is your brother. Carry on.
Big into them, yeah. So I was big into that band,
Okay.
and then a lot of as I started getting more into the singing side of things, I started getting interested in a lot more vocally driven projects like Chris Daughtry and
I love Daughtry back in the day. Wasn't he an Idol contestant?
Yeah. He was. I think he came second or something.
He was damn good. Yeah, I was rooting for him.
Yeah, he's amazing. And then a lot of Nickelback, which
dude, you don't even put your hand up to me. They're one of my favorite bands of all time, and everybody can suck it,
dude. I love that band.
The Silver Side Up is myself and my dad's favorite album together, but my favorite is All the Right Reasons. Dude, that tribute to Side of a Bullet. The Pantera tribute with Dimebag solo on it. I mean, so dude, those are the guys that actually got me interested in picking up a guitar again, because their riffs were so chuggy, so great and easy.
Tasty riffs, dude.
Tasty.
Yeah, and like perfect like gateway band for people getting from like lighter rock getting into some more heavy stuff, because some of their songs go hard, dude. Totally. And like I used to really I don't find really that much anymore, but yeah.
But don't you find their sound is kind of like, it's almost, it's heavy, but it's not, they sound heavy, but because people have heard the other songs, they're more inclined to listen to the heavier stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, crazy,
it's like a, I mean, every time they come out with a heavy, like a song that really kicks hard, like everyone's like, whoa, what's this? And like, have you not listened to Nickelback over the last like 15 years?
What happened to that song? What's it called? That look at this photograph. Yeah, everybody thinks it's the same type of shit, but it's not.
Have you seen that meme where they twisted it and they made him sing off tune and he just holds up a graph? Have you seen that?
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph. It's so funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. I saw there's been a few of them running around with the COVID stats in it. Look at this graph.
I haven't seen that. That's
I mean, I can only imagine. I haven't seen it, but it would be a good one. So you grew up on like more so the same stuff that I did. Basically, is like the hard rock kind of, and then you kind of divulged into the heavier metalcore. Like for me, my first type of introduction to metalcore was A Day to Remember. So it's like kind of punk metalcore,
easycore.
Yeah. And then from Day to Remember, I discovered my favorite band, which is still my favorite band today.
Parkway Drive.
That's it.
Parkway Drive.
Parkway Drive. So I mean, you love Parkway Drive. I know you do, dude.
Yeah, I got into them. Luke actually showed me Luke Edwards showed me them for the first time. I knew of them, but it wasn't really my style at that point. I was kind of still I got into metalcore actually quite late, like the newer kind of metalcore. I mean, Parkway Drive aren't really that newer, but I kind of kept my own little bubble. Yeah, I was a lot of new metal, a lot of like stuff verging on metalcore, but not really. So getting there, like All That Remains and those sorts of bands. But
what's that guy's name? Full Labonte or something like that.
Dude,
he's good, eh? Yeah. And jeez.
Yeah, so like I didn't really listen to them that much until Luke physically made me a CD with a whole bunch of Parkway Drive songs.
Did Luke make you a mixtape?
He made me a mixtape, dude. He made me a mixtape, a Parkway Drive
mixtape. Yeah, awesome.
and
greatest hits.
I still had it was, and then we just myself and my then girlfriend but now wife used to listen to that a lot.
Tell her I say hi, send my regards.
I will. I think she's I don't know what she's
around here somewhere.
Yeah, she's around. Yeah, she's lurking. So that's how I listen to them, and I really got to enjoy them. But I'm more into their older stuff. I can't get into the new stuff. Like it's
the Horizons and the Killing with a Smile type stuff. Totally, Blue. Yeah, Deep Blue. But Deep Blue, I went back and listened to Deep Blue recently. And I found it's so overproduced. I mean, you hear the kick drum on that thing. It's like ridiculous.
That was 2005, dude.
I know.
I think it was 2005.
It's just like the era.
That was the era, yeah. It was the
Totally.
era. And then like after Aya, I never really
Got into like the
liked anything
reverence and,
else.
and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I liked Aya. I liked some of the stuff on Aya, but other than like, also I can't handle the. I see the sharks. I see the koala bears. You know, like
Liberos, liberos.
I can't. Like, I just yeah. So
Yeah, I
and
get it.
the pirate metal vibes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
nah,
I get
nah,
it. I
man.
get it. Look, it's not for
Yeah.
everybody, but I must say, I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, it's got its charms, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I do also like. I mean, I do want to pick your brain in terms of what kind of what music you're into currently. But there's so much to talk about. So let's start here. The band that I knew you to be in first, and I'm not sure if it was your first band. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Animals Fall?
No, it wasn't my first band.
Okay.
I was in a band in high school for about a year, and we played a few shows at Raw and kind of like did the high school thing. But from there, like I tried after that. I tried lots of times to get projects started with various people around the area.
Yeah.
And it was just failure after failure to launch, just like never getting off the ground, you know.
It's a nice name.
To my, yeah, well, I think it's the
It
name
is-
of a
is
movie.
it? Okay.
Matthew McConaughey
I think it's a
movie.
rom-com as well.
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit!
Be a good, actually, be a good, a bit of
It
damn
is
good
a
name
good.
for a
It is
band.
a damn good band name.
Like the Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, TM that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, trademark. So we like it took me a long time to finally actually get into a band. And after high school, I was kind of focused on my degree a lot more. So
Yeah.
I kind of didn't put 100% of myself into my bands, but still was frustrating when things didn't kind of ever even get to a show, you know.
Well, I
So
mean, I
it
think
took a
maybe
long
the
time.
way it's happened has been good for you because you concentrated on your studies, you got your studies done, you got your
Yeah.
career
Well,
going, and now you're putting
yeah.
out content all the time.
Yeah, but it didn't end there. Hey? Like after I finished my degree and I was working and stuff, it things just didn't work. Hey? Like it took me so long to get like bands going and starting, and it was a tough. I mean, even with Animals Fall, like bless them, but it was a
Bless them.
it was bless them, because I mean, like,
Yeah.
look, we all learned a lot of stuff in
Sure.
that band, and while it wasn't my first band, it was definitely my first serious band, like actually, like really taking it seriously, and we all had to learn a lot with regards to like band dynamics and stuff.
Your
And
latest
so
release was Harbinger, if I can remember correctly.
that was the last. It was our only and last album that we released. Yeah.
Okay. Was it the only album? Because that was thoroughly
Yeah.
good. I mean, you should be proud of that. It was good.
Yeah, I'm super proud of it, dude.
Good.
I thought it was great. Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into our tracks, and especially I put a lot of effort into the vocals, making sure that they're on key.
It was you, Nico Bamberger, on key.
Yeah.
On key.
On key. Yeah.
But it was you, Nico Bamberger. It was just wait. Let me. Andrew Lambert.
Yeah.
There was a bigger guy on the bass. I'm not gonna guess his name now. His surname was Berger, and then it was Tyron on drums.
Yes, TC. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
TC.
You got the names. Yeah. Well, actually,
Marius, I think his name was, or Monet.
who?
Marius Monet was your bass player.
No, his name was Burger.
Oh, his name was Berger.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
there we go.
yeah. You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Sweet, no, I'm trying to
Yeah,
get my
that's-
memory back. Dude.
That's you got rattling around, eh?
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
look, I mean,
yeah.
I got to try to keep up appearances on this podcast, bro.
Did a little bit
I've
of
got to
research
know at
before,
least.
you like-
No, I didn't do any research on you because
Got them
I
written down,
followed
you're
you
like,
for a long time. I've known you for a while, so I don't need to do any research tonight. Which is thankfully, it's kind of like what I needed. So thank you so much once again for joining me tonight. I'm having a blast so far.
Dude, it's such a pleasure.
Sweet.
It's been a while since we actually spoke. Like, I think,
But also
Yeah.
another thing. Every single time we speak, I'm a couple of grogs in. You focus to play music. Look, I'm not gonna be shy about it. When I go out to party, bro. Doesn't matter if I'm going to be playing or whatever. I'm just going to party. So, that's but we do have, when we do chat, we do have fairly deep and meaningful chats, albeit when we're out and about and we always talk about music. So when Animus Fall, 2014, that went on for quite a while. And then you discovered Bobby Addison.
Yeah, well, Bobby discovered me, but yeah.
Yo, you guys discovered each other. I must still have Bobby on the show because obviously I took his role in your system.
Yeah, so I mean, Bob is I have massive respect for Bobby, and he kind of like when I joined the project that was originally just called Project Badass.
Project Badass, I remember.
Yeah, that was the unofficial name of the with Art and Migs and Rick wasn't actually there until before I was there. So we kind of joined at the same time.
Yeah.
Rick actually auditioned for vocals. And when Bobby saw that he could play guitar and he was pretty good.
He's damn good.
Yeah, and you could sing, so he was like, well, yeah,
he's an anomaly and he's super creative, both, and he can freaking do art, and he can do movies, and it's just like redonkulous,
monstrous talent.
Yeah, it's like a creative powerhouse.
It's amazing.
But actually, I must tell you that before Last One Alive ever actually came about, I had a lunch. It was myself. It was Ramon. It was, I think Rusty was there because they're all good buddies. Mike Kubik, Bobby Addison, and all the Ill System dudes. And I was just there as a friend because we met through Atlantic South Ill System. And Bobby, we were having a cigarette. I smoked at the time. And we were having a cigarette outside. And he played me 8 tracks, instrumentals from Project Badass. Yeah. And that turned out to be an extremely awesome project. I mean, I got to meet Rick, who played it in Atlantic South. I got to meet, I met Bobby through Ill System. But yeah, it was such a cool project. And what is currently happening there? What is going on with Last One Alive? You've been a bit quiet.
Yeah, so I have actually left Last One Alive.
Shit, well, thanks for letting me know. I've got it up in the title. Just
but
I X in there.
I haven't actually. I haven't actually mentioned it at all to anybody except like my immediate circle.
Okay. So is this an announcement?
Well, yeah. I actually messaged Bob before this, and I was like, "Look, I'm going on Gav's podcast, and I don't want to like be there and be like, yo, we're getting stuff done, and like, we're writing new music."
Shit. And so then, you knew this question was coming.
So I said to him, like, look, can I just let it out? He's like, yeah, I think it's pretty common knowledge for quite a lot of people anyway. So,
well, not for me, brother. That's a flippin' surprise. So, all the best. I hope they do carry on and whatnot. I mean, because they do have like new material written and stuff like that, don't they?
Yeah. So, I mean, I wrote, before I left, we finished off a song, and I think it's still being processed. But that was a couple months ago. I think they're just kind of waiting for the Rona to settle down before making any announcements. And then it's like, well, then you lose your momentum, right? So they want to. I think they do want to get a new vocalist, and I think that that's going to be like it's going to be their main focus.
Yeah, sure.
Coming back, but I'm not sure. I can't
You're not
speak for
a part
them.
of it anymore.
I mean, I have constant contact with Dane, but he hasn't really said much to me besides the fact that
we got Dane in the chat going, wow. He's obviously.
I want to pull this chat.
Yeah, go for it. Man.
There we go. Yeah.
There's only a couple of people there. Let's actually just let them know that we are checking out the chat. What's up, Richard Henry? What's up, Jared? All right, son. I think that's Richard's normal intro to anything. I'll like see him in the street and be like, "What's all right, son?"
All right.
Yeah, all right. Matthew McConaughey reference.
Yeah.
Must play his collab with Charlie. Shit. Yes, you did a collab with Charlie recently. Kill Switch Engage in due time. Absolutely, yeah. So we can play that.
Totally forgot. Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Sure. And then Michelle Banwell says modern day Von Trapp family for sure. For sure. Dan goes, hee Shamona, banger. I'll say it. I think that's when when we were talking about Nickelback's song Side of a Bullet.
Sure.
Young Joel, Old Soul, of course. And then, what's up, Art Pereira, Gareth? Oh, wait, party. That's me, bro. That's my persona. It's Papa G, baby. I'm listening, just working. Set for the sky. What's up? Thanks for joining the chat, boys. But yeah, back to Mr. Dickson, dude. Dude, so last one alive, you had a great run with them. You played many shows. You released an epic EP. You toured the country with them. You did or at least a Joburg and Cape Town vibe.
Yeah. I really something I wish we had done is actually do it like a national tour.
Yeah.
I think we went up to Joburg once.
Well, just think about it.
Twice. We went up twice. Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was awesome. But I do wish we kind of like went to like Pretoria and Durban and PE and East London, but maybe not East London.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, dude. You know what? That's another thing we're gonna have to talk about once we've just caught up with all your freaking bands. We got to talk about certain things that I've picked up in the local scene that I want to pick your brain on, and I think you're the right person to talk to in that regard, because you speak your mind, bro. I love it. I love it. I see you, and you know what? I don't hate it because you make sense. You make sense, and whenever I see that shit, you make sense.
I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, cool.
But I don't make sense, I appreciate when people tell me that I don't, because
I'm the type of guy that I say my piece as well. You know, you see me in person, I disagree with you. I'm going to tell you I disagree with you.
Yeah, that's good.
So
we can chat about it.
Exactly. So then we've got, after Last One Alive, you during the whole process. Also, I was going to mention that it's also quite tough. You know, Bobby's had 2 kids in that whole period, so it must be super difficult to juggle parenting. Also, you got married in that time frame as well, so there's a lot of circumstantial things that happened that probably led to the time passing by between the first and the next set of material. But then you joined the Alpha Sequence.
Yeah. So.
And then you played a Metal for Africa show with them. Callan disappears.
Callan ran off to the Far East.
We buggered off to Vietnam, I think it was. Yeah.
No, he just gooid, dude. Like.
It happens. But you know what? I'm glad he did it because he's young enough to do it. Now he's back. And his Hollowhook. What's happening with Hollowhook now? Because that is now what the evolution of the Alpha Sequence. Surely it's.
Yeah. So Hollowhook was the kind of the rebrand of the Alpha Sequence. We wanted to leave the past behind. There was some bitterness.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And so we left it behind.
It wasn't a short order.
No,
it was a rather tall order.
Yeah, very tall order. Yeah. So yeah. So we decided let's rebrand and kind of leave the old material in the past and start writing. And so we really had a whole bunch of stuff for the Alpha Sequence that we hadn't really released yet. Pound of Flesh was out, so we decided, let's just take that one and keep it for ourselves.
Yeah. And
the rest of the tracks were we can start recording. And then we started recording. Some stuff happened, and we kind of that was when Callan went off. Yeah. And then when he came back, we kind of that was at the halfway through last year. Mm-hmm. We started getting everything together, kind of getting our material together, making sure practicing and everything, getting the rebrand done, and then Rona.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. We actually had our launch show planned for mid-March, mm-hmm. and literally about a week before the announcement came through that live events are being banned. So we were but What can you do?
I mean, was that? I mean, that must have been devastating for you, dude. I mean, not only that we got to be locked in our houses, but that you'd been working so hard to, and also organizing a launch.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
look,
I mean,
it's no small feat.
yeah, our initial response, I think from one or two of us was for like, no, we're gonna go, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it anyway. I mean, from my side, I was just like, I don't think we understand the the severity of this situation that's about to unfold.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was like, well, guys, I'm sorry, but you can go ahead and play it, but I am not going anywhere near 100 people. Or like,
No.
If I'm being generous to myself, 100
Yeah.
people.
And to be frank, dude, I still feel that way.
Yeah. No,
I don't like to see too many people. I'll see maybe 2-3 people at max.
Well, I don't have a choice.
And the same
profession.
people. Well, yeah. I mean, so let's just quickly touch on that. So we'll get back to the Hollowhook. What's happening next? So Rona happened. How did it affect you? I mean, obviously you teach. It must have affected you quite badly. I mean, because you couldn't teach for how long were the schools closed for? I can't even remember.
So
4 or 5 months.
I'm one of the So it's kind of different for me. I'm one of the lucky few that teach at a private school. So
okay.
I don't. Right. Yeah. So we did go on a extended break and kind of take that take the time to kind of put all the measures in place and get everything ready. We did take a little bit of we came back a little bit earlier than all the other schools and stayed open a little bit earlier. So we kept the young kids away for a little bit, and we had the seniors in for a while. And then once we felt comfortable that we had enough, the facilities were ready and everything, we brought the whole school back, and we've been back since, what is it, like April? Yeah.
April?
So it was we were open for very long. Yeah.
Wow.
So we've been open for. I mean, I think. No, hold on. 16th of April was the date that we came back from.
But that's 26th of March is when we shut down. So you literally only shut down for 2 weeks.
So
that's
so
crazy.
when I say we came back, we were actually I'm just kind of piecing it together as I'm going here. So when we came back, actually, that was online learning.
Okay, I understand.
For quite a while. It was about 3-4 weeks we did online learning. So so but I mean that's full work, right? So I'm I'm working 7-8 hours a day doing the online learning, but that's it's from start to finish. Then there's pieces between where I'm not working, so it was fine. It was just different and kind of I had to get into
it is odd. Listen, I did a training seminar. I actually did one today. I did one this morning. I've gotten used to it now, but when I was doing it, it was extremely difficult because also, I don't know how it was with you. Do you make sure that all your students have their videos engaged?
Well, to the best of my ability. So we have, I make sure that they're there and checking and but at some point you kind of have to go, well, I have to move on with the lesson. I can't go chasing every child.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of my lessons I actually pre-recorded them. So I spent
clever.
Recording them. And then I would just play them. Well, I would be on the video chat with him. I'd send them the link to the Google Drive video. They would watch it because then it's higher resolution. It doesn't
that's
have
more.
breaks.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And then do you do like a Q&A after the video kind of thing?
Yeah, and a bit of like some work that they can do in class, and so that's pretty much how they ran at that point. Now that we're back in the we've been back for quite some time now.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how long we've been back for, but it's been a while. It's been a couple of months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been back. I mean, we also have this because I work at Parklands, and we have this beautiful new building that we built. That was built last year for this year, and literally, the first use it got was for this. It's almost as if we had it just in time for this catastrophe.
Okay.
We needed the space to house all the kids. Because you can't have them in the small classrooms anymore because they're too close together. So we have to
100%.
put them up and
I read an article the other day. I read an article that you get these clickbaity articles, and I can't verify whether it's true or not. But some politician I don't know if you can hear my dogs. There was some politician that or something that said, this is proof in the pudding that we can do away with physical schooling system. That's
and I mean, I think that there's merit to that, and that we definitely have the opportunity to test out some alternative methods of schooling. But I think for a lot of kids, it's a very personal thing. And
it's like you need to be with your mentor kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's like, if you've ever tried to learn something from a video or learn something from a stream, it's a bit more difficult than if someone's with you and you can interact with them and kind of.
Well, especially if you're that young as well.
Yeah, and you need someone to instruct you and to sit with you, and that's invaluable.
No, 100%.
Certain extent.
Okay, so basically, all in all, is okay, I mean, obviously it's not you weren't away for very long from work, so it didn't kind of affect you, even though you were. You got a message there, bro. Is it urgent?
No.
So it wasn't very long. So it didn't kind of affect you. I mean, you're kind of cool to isolate and stuff like that, as long as you're getting your job done,
Yeah, I mean, we didn't actually take any sort of break. We luckily, so the school managed to line up its the holidays with the lockdown, so the hard lockdown. So the holidays were over the hard lockdown, and then when we came out of the hard lockdown, we went into online learning. So it was quite seamless in terms of the flow of things. So I didn't really have any times when I was unemployed.
Okay.
I don't know about you. I don't know how you did, but
well, it hasn't really affected me. It's actually more so affected me in a positive way, in the sense that I've been really angling to get my job so I can work from home. I've got all the facilities. I've got everything, and I've been angling for that for quite some time. But because I work with older guys, that it's not part of their style. They're old school, they want to have an office. They want to do all that kind of stuff. And since
a whole bunch of meetings that should be emails.
Precisely, but also meetings that we've discovered that you can do virtually. We can just do it between ourselves. We can go through all the documentation, everything via virtual software. Yeah. I had a meeting the other day that would usually take me 3 hours because I have to drive to Atlantis and back, and then it took me 45 minutes. Anyway, I've got Kieran van Vuren says you got Joel seems very long suffering.
It's an in joke. It's a joke. Okay. my
So pull the listeners in.
My mom once told me that I'm very long suffering as like a compliment. Like I take a long time to get angry, or take a long time to get, I sit in my suffering for a while before I really get upset.
Okay.
And
I've never seen you angry, dude.
Yeah, I don't get angry very often.
Okay.
Usually, if I do, it's at computer games.
Okay. I mean, you and me both. What games are you currently playing?
Quite a lot of Warzone. Quite a lot of.
Screw Warzone. Yeah. I saw a Brian Binneman from X-Face and the Gallows vocalist posted yesterday. These bastards are using these machines that you plug in and make your aim and everything better.
Yeah, but I play on PC, so. I do that. Yeah, it's cross-platform. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, I know the hackers galore, dude. They have this little. Yeah, well, you definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's untraceable because it's really just like it's not part of the system. It's not like it has hacks.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, for instance, I've got Warzone. I mean, it's free, so I downloaded it. I've got a PS Plus membership. I'm a console gamer. I cannot play with a WASD rubbish. No offense to the PC gamers. I just can't play with the keyboard. I feel
the same way about the console.
Okay. So listen, I've just never played with a PC. You see, I love that. That's my favorite. Plus, I'm more into the sports games and stuff. But I played Warzone. I got on there. I was shot down from the sky before I even reached the ground. And that's why,
welcome.
like, what's the point? If you're going to play online with all these people and you get shot up from the
Yeah.
sky, you don't even get a chance to get on the ground.
That's the beauty of it.
Okay. Clearly not a game for me.
Who doesn't want to be a victim of a Geneva Convention breach and be shot out the sky while you're parachuting?
I suppose. Charles Knight and Pullins going, was Dota 2 noob G? What?
Whatever.
But
WSD.
yeah, but anyway, WASD. WASD Dota 2 noob. There we go. That's why. But anyway, let's go back.
Art's little comment here.
Oh wait, story about Joel. Last one of live music
that.
video shoot. Rick wanted us to play at double the speed. Yeah, I nearly died. He went and did calculations to figure out an easier speed to play it. He saved my life. Wow, that's interesting.
I had my calculator.
Talk us about that. Talk us through that. Let's go.
We were filming on a farm out in the Cape Farms, and because it's nice and dark, we can get like a nice we had the set there, and
well, I know the video very well.
So Rick wanted to film at double the speed and then kind of like slow it, then halve the frame rate, or double the frame rate, or half the frame rate.
Double the frame rate and half the speed.
Something like that, right? Yeah. So he wanted to do that, right? And
so the slow-mos would be more effective.
Yeah, and that's where you get. That's how they get those effects in those videos. They get like to make it look you're singing on the time, but it kind of has that slow-mo effect, and it looks cool, right?
Yes,
so
yeah, indeed.
That's what we were doing, but what Art would have to do is play that
double speed, holy shit.
Double speed. And have you heard that song? It's like da 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 da, right? So you would like blast beating, gravity blasting on the snare for half the song, and he was just like not happening. So we went and we kind of loaded a little. I think we did like 75% or not 100% more. Like it was like just play it a lot just a bit faster. It was very interesting though, because we played the song over loudspeakers in the field while we were recording it, and so I had to sing this at 50% faster, which was quite funny as well. And because he didn't bother to like pitch shift it down back again, well, pitch shift it back, so it was just this like chipmunk version of this whole song the whole way through.
I can imagine Art was not very happy with that situation.
No, definitely not. Yeah. But Art loves to complain, and he'll agree. He loves it. So
yeah, I mean,
we all love Art. So
I don't know, Art, if you can remember the first. I think it was one of the songs that you played on the Metallica set when you told everyone to shut the fuck up before the song started playing.
It's so odd.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So in terms of Hollowhook is now a project that you've rehearsed all the songs. You're ready to do the show. So now tell me what's happening. I want to get into the level 1 shit soon, but let's put Hollowhook on ice actually quickly. We can talk about that later when we are wrapping up, kind of thing, because the main thing I want to chat to you about is your Dream Demon song coming up this week. And then also your Dream Demon song that you released with Grimehouse, brother. That was insane. I absolutely, thoroughly loved that. And my heart is a prison.
Yeah.
Dude, it's catchy as F.
Yeah.
It's just...
I'm so happy.
It gave me absolute chills. You know what? And it takes a lot for my illustrious other half to really enjoy certain music. And I must say, she said to me, she goes, "Is that Joel?" I said, "Yes, that's Joel." She goes, "Are you kidding me? Is that Joel?" I said, "Yes." She goes, "Who's the other guy?" I said, "It's Grimehouse." She's like, "This is amazing."
That was a super fun project to work on. Like, so actually, who I have to thank for that was actually good old Tim Moorman.
Okay.
Because like I've known Keaton for a while, but we've kind of been like, we knew of each other and we had each other on Facebook, like Facebook friends, but never really like actually chatted. And then Tim was actually sitting with Keaton at some point, and just said to him, "Look, like if you're looking for a vocalist, like you should chat to Joel because he's into that style. He's like, you know, he said that I can kind of do what he's looking for in terms of the metal meets meets the dubstep kind of thing. So so he sent me a track and then we started writing for it. And actually at that point it was just me and him. It wasn't actually Dream Demon at all. It was just myself and then Keaton. And then at some point I was actually lying in bed and I was thinking, I can make this a Dream Demon song for free, free points, you know. So I got Jesse to kind of like step up and help with the graphics, and he did the video, put the video like in terms of the compiling and all the little
and the sets. I mean, that was insane. I mean, I want to get into that.
So that was from the live stream that we did.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Can I pull a bit of a spanner in the works here, Joel? Can I play it?
Yeah, sure.
Can I play it for the listeners? I don't care about copyright shit. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna head to my second camera while I set it up. So let's just check this out quickly. I'm gonna minimize you. I'm gonna keep you on. I just think it's worth showing the listeners, dude. So I'm gonna pull that up. I don't know why I'm opening my emails. That's not really what I'm supposed to be doing. So we're gonna I'm not gonna show the work emails as well. So we're gonna check out quickly Dream Demon, because I won't lie to you, Mr. Joel Dickson. I need a pee, so I've got to really just get on there. I've seen this thing so many times. I absolutely love it. There we go. We're gonna smash a little play, and we're gonna chuck it over there. There we go, baby. Can you hear it? Oops. What is going on here? There we go. Let's just get the quality down there. They're in 60 frames per second. What's going on here? There we go. That's better. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is it. Yo, dude, I'll stop it there because I'm getting woo! Amazing, dude. That's like, it's so good, dude. So carry on what you're talking about. You heard something, you turned it into a Dream Demon song. How did you get Keaton involved, or Grimehouse?
Well, Keaton was in Approach Me, so he was.
Oh wow, shit. Okay.
Yeah, so we started. It was just myself and Keaton, and then, like I said, I was lying. I was just like thinking, why not just make it a Dream Demon collab instead? Because then we can get Jesse on board, and he can work with, he can do his thing with some of the visuals and stuff. So this is actually a funny project because it was really only me in terms of musically with Keaton, but Jesse got quite involved with putting the video together. So
sweet,
but not the actual video. So the effects and the actual video that we released, but they were both. Luke and Jesse were around for mixed notes and that sort of thing, like giving their.
What the fuck are you talking about?
giving their advice. Well, Luke actually had some like because I've never really all the recordings we've done with Dream Demon have been at Luke's place, so he kind of has control of all that stuff, and he had some really cool things to say about the vocals for this track. So obviously we made those changes and they worked very nicely. So
what were the changes?
Say what you want about Luke, but
what do you mean say what I want about Luke? I love the guy, dude. He's like one of my favorite people in the whole world, and I think he's super talented.
Beef. So I just thought you were just, I thought, he was just going to say, Joel, I think you should make this a little bit higher.
Literally, he was like, "Look, dude, this is off the." He's like, "This is off the time," and I was like, "Okay, let me give it a good look."
Wow, so he was. Luke has
a good ear, and
he has
a good quality level. Yeah. So that's
I mean, listen, great. The dude's full of talent. It's so ridiculous. When I had my episode with him, when we chatted, he was like, I just lost the will to be a frontman, and I wanted to be more hands-on in terms of the production and the he plays bass and stuff in As Time Divides, and now in Dream Demon as well. Yeah, involved in the mixing master. But I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, he's got one of the most brutal sounding voices. I mean, I guess you can use it in parts.
And he's good. He's a good singer,
dude. He's insane.
Yeah, he's a good singer. So I mean, he's found his calling in the production side of things.
But that's what he said.
All power to him. And I mean, the years of experience of actually being a frontman and being involved with vocals have made him a better producer because he knows what sounds good.
Correct. Yeah.
And what works. So what sounds natural, what works. So.
I mean, he's been grafting. I mean, listen. To be honest, we were driving all the way to Bloemfontein. I think it was May 2015, and we were all the way 12 hours up to Bloem from Cape Town. He sat on his phone. He had downloaded episodes of mixing and mastering tutorials and a course that he had bought to follow.
Nail the Mix. I think it's Nail the Mix.
I think so. Yeah, Nail the No, Nail the Mix. It wasn't. It was like Recording Revolution, I think it was called. Okay. But I think he did do Nail the Mix, but the Nail the Mix is more so you get the stems and you mix them. Yeah. That he was doing that already, but it's just it shows his go forward, his tenacity, his passion for mixing, mastering, and sound design essentially. So. More power to him, and then also putting him and Jesse Kuhn together is just another freaking. You guys are really set up to do really well, dude, and I'm rooting for you guys.
And do you know who our drummer is?
I know it's Dane freaking Canterbury, the asshole. I love him to bits as well. Megalodon, if you guys don't know, last one alive. A lot of, I mean, he betrayed the Emisary vocals, bro.
Broken Results drums.
The Broken Result drums. I mean, talent personified, and also a really good dude to talk to. I remember myself and him ended up just talking the entire time we were at Ratanga Junction, just about games, and he's just such a cool guy to talk to. Yeah. And his notorious board shorts t-shirt attire is just like, that's how I'm built. I'm board short
that's good
t-shirt attire, and I love it. But shout out Dane, and I'm looking forward to what the Dream Demon boys are going to be putting through. So tell me about this new freaking single that's coming this week, dude.
So we're releasing Fool Me on Friday, on the 25th. And it's got a lyric video with it, so it's got some fancy schmancy little visuals.
Sick.
But over the weekend, we actually we did a music video for it. I saw
on your guys' Instagram stories, some girl posted and everybody reposted, making all the Dream Demon boys sexy. Listen, Luke's got to tell me where you got that haircut, bro. He's looking
Yeah,
all
it
types of
looks good.
fly, bro.
Yeah.
What's happening there,
Yeah.
dude?
All look good, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, like I saw the one frame of Jesse headbanging while playing his guitar.
yeah,
It looks pretty
lots
awesome.
of hair. Jesse's just hair at the moment, so.
Amazing.
But
amazing.
yeah, so we've got that lined up.
Jesse's been hair for years,
for a
bro.
while. Yep.
He's been blonde hair, brown hair, the suave looks on Instagram, the mirror shots. These are my favorites. These are my
The
favorites.
selfies. Yeah. For sure, dude. The eyebrows as well. And the jawline.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Yeah. But only poking fun. We got some dudes in the chat. They're going, haha, loud crowds. I am playing. Dane's going, haha. Jandre saying Grindhouse collab was fire. Absolute, dude. Richard Henry saying such a banger. Charles Knighton Pullen, as usual, just saying puss face.
I agree.
Henry says Luke's the fucking beast. Art says, you hear that, Dane? There are people that like you, bro. And then bro, still ain't buying it. And Michelle Banwell going, that was me, lol.
Yeah.
What, this?
Michelle, no. No, Michelle did. Michelle was our resident makeup artist for the.
Oh,
for the video.
that was Michelle. Okay,
and,
excellent.
And she lended her range of talent stuff.
She also lent her social media skills to you guys because you all just reposted what she posted.
Yeah. She had a video.
That's brilliant, man.
So,
but I'm super looking forward to it. So Fool Me video, lyric video, obviously new music. Looking forward to it. I mean, Red Flags. Then there was, what was the next one after Red Flags? Home. Then there was the Grindhouse collab. Now there is Fool Me. You guys are on fire, baby. We just hit level 1, brother. What's going on?
There's another one after this.
Okay, well, you guys have obviously got your stuff planned, and it's obviously Jesse, because Treehouse Burning was on fire last year as well, and they're still doing their shit to this year. So awesome.
Well, Jesse's a machine. He just pumps out music. So it's just like. You just need to kind of switch him on, and he just like a
he sees
factory.
He shows what the tenacity that it takes to get into this whole thing. I mean, you just got to pump out shit all the time. I mean, that's literally. Did you see what the Spotify CEO said? Just said, you just need to pump out shit all the time. Where some bands are like, "Are you kidding me? You want and you pay us this?"
Well,
but
it's not the 80s anymore.
Exactly. The other side of it is you need to do what you guys are doing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can work hard or you can work smart, and like,
correct.
It's about timing. It's about playing to your strengths and not releasing all your stuff at once, as an album and doing no marketing. And then you release 12 songs for nobody, You could have used those 12 songs over a year, one track a month, to kind of get a lot of traction. So, we're doing that kind of, we're not going to be doing EPs.
Yeah. Or you're going to be doing like single after single kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's how I think it's supposed to be done, dude. Nowadays, at least.
Yeah.
And then you get the middle elitists.
Short attention span.
And you do get the elitists that say, "Oh no, albums or die." But the thing is, it doesn't really calculate that way.
I tell you that the elitists are not going to like Dream Demon anyway. So
true story.
It's got singing in it. It's not
bloody
metal.
Singing.
It's got singing in it, and it's got electronic music.
Yeah, dude.
It's not heavy enough.
Yeah, dude. But you know what? It's tickling my fancy, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I'm so glad.
And
wait for the next one, dude.
Is it saving the best to last? But they're all equally as good. As far as I'm
we've
concerned.
got Fool Me is coming out, and it's more like, it's very like radio friendly sort of. So it doesn't have much screaming in it, but it's a real it's kind of like just a post-hardcore, like very
sick.
very that kind of style. And then we've got one coming after this, which is called Fear, which we haven't actually spoken about at all publicly, but it's a heavy
sick.
one. So
awesome.
We're looking forward. I'm looking forward to that one because that's going to be the song for live shows. That is just going to be like
Amazing, dude. I'm so looking forward to it. I love the fact that you guys are just giving it absolute horns. I mean, I think also you guys did such a, your decision to say, let's make this a Dream Demon song and then collab with Grimehouse, who already has a great following. It's just like, what, dude? I mean, that's just you guys are making all the right calls. I mean, like another thing, I mean, I have to reference Jesse, who is a Dream Demon member, where in the beginning they were doing, like Treehouse Spinning, we're doing Johnny from the Browning and other stuff like that, just getting other collabs involved. And that's how it's essentially done these days.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. We haven't done any collabs yet. I don't know, not sure if it's
Well, you have Grimehouse, brother.
Oh well, I mean, like getting on guest.
Yeah,
sure.
On
guest, like that
but
sort
collab
of stuff.
is a collab, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like those sorts of collabs where you like, you get like someone who's, because it's a method that Treehouse Burning used, and it was highly effective to get like someone who is massively followed, like insanely followed, to kind of do a feature, and so you bring a little bit of traffic that way. With Grimehouse, I mean, we didn't do it to kind of get his market in.
No, sure. I mean, you did it because, I mean, I know you guys have known him for quite some time. I know Nathan's actually done some stuff with him in the past as well, I think. Yeah. And then he's just a guy that's game. I mean, and sorry, man, not Nathan, Kyle. Kyle's good friends with Keaton, is he?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
they know each other in the game. They were in the game together for quite a while.
There we go. So that's why I know it's just like he's always game to do these types of collabs.
And he's such a chilled guy. He's just so like easygoing, and he just loves making music.
But it's obviously clear that he's got an ear for this type of music as well. Otherwise, it wouldn't be as good as it sounds.
I mean, him and I, so I'm quite used to the idea of just like writing lyrics writing vocals for a track, for a completed track. But he gave me like the bare bones of the track, and I wrote some stuff, and then he kind of took what I wrote and reordered it and made it, I kind of changed it up and then gave it back to me, and then I wrote from there. So it was a bit more of it was less of a like, sticking my vocals on top of a track rather than a real collaboration between between us, which was really cool for me because I really haven't done much of that actually.
Well, I mean, really cool. it was refreshingly fresh.
Yeah. Well, that's what I aimed for.
Well, you achieved. You conceived. You believed. Achieved.
We went for something that's like, that's kind of the fusion between the drum and bass and the dubstep kind of style that he goes for, the hard style rather, and then with the metal kind of hard rock influences. So that's why we had that little screaming section, and then the vocals are quite like strange.
The screaming section was absolutely imperative because it showed your range in terms of people who wouldn't hear that before,
Yeah, we look, I mean, I knew as soon as I put that in there, I knew this wasn't going on radio. So,
well, you could have done a radio edit, and you could have done like a rap version of that.
I said to Keaton that he can always just edit it and put it on radio if he wants to.
Yeah, he could actually pitch shift it and go. Yeah, absolutely. So you got the Fool. It is the Fool, right?
It's just Fool Me.
I mean, Fool Me. Sorry, Fool Me. Then you've got Fear coming after that. You've just done the Grimehouse thing. Anything else that's coming up with Uncle Joel coming up in the near future that we haven't touched on?
Well, I mean, I've started thinning the herd at some point. So I've kind of been cutting down on my projects quite a lot because I find myself kind of a bit stretched, a bit thin at the moment.
Sure. And so in that sense, Notion to Flee, what's happening there?
Yeah. So I've pretty much given in my notice to flee.
You've given your calendar month.
I've given in my Notion to Flee.
Sorry, I didn't get that at first.
And I'm finishing up like one or two tracks with them, and then that'll be the end of that for me.
But it's kind of pretty cool content that they've been putting out. They're from Guatemala, aren't they?
Yeah, Guatemala, and they have a member that was in the US at the time, but he's now moved. He's left as well, and so I've just felt it's run its course, and I'm kind of like finding myself. I need more time to kind of focus on my job and my projects that my like Dream Demon and stuff like that that are more that have more to offer me immediately. You know? So yeah.
Okay. So right now it's Dream Demon, and is Hollowhook happening?
So Hollowhook,
Look at that look on your face. Shit, so all the things are coming out tonight.
yeah. So Hollowhook has run into a little bit of trouble with some member changes
Okay.
very recently. So I won't say who, but we've
Sure.
we've had 2 people leave us.
Okay.
But it's not a massive train smash. We can get those holes patched, but it's just kind of because we're not doing anything anyway. We're kind of just recording at the moment. So we are actually recording a track.
Right.
We're getting Nathan Schacht to mix and master, and he's doing a rad job. So
Okay, so now we've got 2 engineers in Trios Burning.
yeah.
Shit,
Nathan's earning his stripes with us.
Listen,
He's
this is a
kind of cutting his teeth on us. So
there's a photo that I'll always go back to, and it was Nathan in that we played I think it was 2016. We played the Claremont Civic Center, Atlantic South, for Build Your Scene. We came to build,
yeah.
and we threw a free T-shirt from the stage. And Nathan, being the tall bastard that he is, jumped up, and he was wearing an Atlantic South T-shirt already. So it was pretty cool to see. And this dude reaching up to think it was a big Atlantic South thing. So that's one of my proudest photos of my time in Atlantic South, which is now no longer, obviously. But I'm reuniting with your brother.
Oh yeah. Well, that's,
did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. You feel like
we had such a good chemistry that we felt it's not gonna. Yeah. It's
I've missed Nathan in Atlantic South for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be anything Atlantic South related. I think it's gonna be something new.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that I missed him when he left.
The combination was delightful.
Charles, fantastic, but different. And I was used to Nathan's his presence and so
he had a different vibe to him, man. I mean, Charlie's
great.
Yeah, Charlie's amazing. Fuck, I mean, he's one of the best. But I'm looking forward to getting into he's been traveling too much, dude. What the hell is going on with that kid? He needs to spend some more time in Cape Town. Yeah,
his work takes him all over the country.
I know, it's crazy, dude. But anyway, that's good news for me. I'm excited. It brought back so much. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and then B, I'm gonna be making music with the person that I'm supposed to be making music with.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
I'm super keen to hear what that brings out.
Yeah, I mean, we're 2 different individuals, but we seem to make it work for some reason. I mean, we really do have a good musical relationship. But on that note, dude, anything that you want to say? I do want to touch on one thing quickly. I know we've been going just about an hour, which is a bit long. But one quick thing I want to ask you is, there's been a lot of social media ever since level 1 of the lockdown hit. There's a whole bunch of people in the metal scene that have kind of been going at each other in terms of what they believe is right, what they believe is this. 250 people. I want to know, don't you think it kind of goes against the grain of why does it end up everybody arguing? I mean, I think everybody can agree that 100 Rand minimum for now is good. Because you can only get 250 people in a venue in any event.
I don't mind charging as a band charging 50 Rand for entrance if there's 3 bands. But if there's 5 bands and you're trying to charge 50 Rand entrance, you're literally saying to bands they're worth 10 Rand. So it's like, and then at the same time,
I think 50 Rand for 3 bands. Sorry, man. I apologize.
No.
Carry on.
Yeah. I mean, 50. I'm saying 50 Rand is dirt cheap. I think that's very cheap.
I think it's
bands.
too cheap.
No, I agree. But look, I mean, I'm saying that like if to get the scene back up on its feet, I don't mind paying for for a cheaper amount. And I'm not saying that that's how much it should. I don't think you should be testing the waters, seeing how much the people want to pay. But you pay R1,000 to go watch an overseas band come down, or pay R1,000 to watch Eminem or something. But then you have local artists playing every week, and you don't want to pay more than R50. So like,
sure. No, it's a catch-22, I suppose.
So you're talking to an avid capitalist. So I'm like, market.
Yeah.
If it's R50, that's 50. That's it. You're gonna have to up your game and make sure people want to pay more than R50 to come watch your.
But at the
bands.
moment, you cannot rely on that because you've got
can't,
a cap.
Yeah, you can't. But also, I also think that South African bands have a lot to learn in terms of putting on a show and making money worthwhile for people. If you're coming to watch a band and all they do is sit on stage and play music off the note and off the key and off the beat, and it's like it's not nice to watch, and it's, then I don't really want to pay that much money. I'm sorry, guys. Like, local is not lekker unless it's good. Like
100%.
Good local is lekker. So I mean, I've been saying this quite a long time. I mean, I made a thing about a long time. I remember you posted and I
said Joel out here making friends. No, I didn't go against I said Joel out here making friends.
I said supporting mediocrity breeds mediocrity. And that was saying, like, if you like rubbish.
Did I say that?
Yeah, but
we can agree to disagree sometimes.
No, exactly. But I'm also being being inflammatory on purpose. I'm being like, if you go and purposefully support that is mediocre at best, right? You're saying to the bands, this is okay to be at this level. You're not you're fine. But if you don't support bands if you support bands that are good, and you show good bands that they get support, then people will strive towards a higher standard music, and that's what happens in first world countries and the bigger scenes. People complain about our scene being so small, but the content is not great. Like, there are good bands. I'm not saying there aren't any good bands, and that's why we have bands that have big followings. You get bands like Set for the Sky, and like they had put on a great show.
Oh yeah, genre preacher Joel.
No, for me, but that's what I'm saying. Like you have bands that have great music, and they do their marketing and they put on a good show. It's fun to watch, and people will pay to come watch them, and they'll pay a decent amount of money to come watch them. They see you on the bill and they think, oh, that's a cool show to go to, and that's why Set for the Sky are like opening on every single international show. It's because they put on a know how to pull a crowd. 100%. And so like that's what you need. That's what local bands.
They're also a bunch of beautiful boys, eh?
They are a bunch of beautiful boys.
Yeah, all good looking.
And yeah, but what I'm saying is like if you want to make a dent in the music scene, up your own standard. Like, criticize yourself, and if you think that you have nothing to learn, and you're just going to be as good as you are right now, and you don't need to learn anything, and you think you're too cool to move around the stage and to interact with your fans and like all that sort of thing, then I'm sorry, but you're never going to go anywhere.
I'm a headliner, bro.
Yeah. Why am I not headlining? My band's been around for 6 years. Well, you play like 4 shows a year, and you haven't released music in 8 months. So what do you want? So I'm not surprised when people say when bands are upset and they're moaning about it, and I just keep quiet nowadays, because I'm like, well, if I complain, they're just going to get upset with me. But like, it's like, get better, get good.
Yeah. No,
I've had to learn that, and so everyone's had to learn that. So it's not like I'm saying that I've always known that, but it's something everyone just needs to hear eventually.
For sure. I agree with you, man, and I think that is another. I think everybody needs to take note and take heed of that. I think what you've just said, you've encapsulated it in such a good way, in that at the end of the day, as harsh as supporting mediocrity will breed mediocrity, it sounds harsh, but you have a point, and it is what it is. And I said exactly that for ages, and I get branded a complaining knob. Yes. I think it's the delivery, Art. I think it's the delivery.
but like, that's, I mean, Art has the same idea, and Art is probably one of the best drummers in
well, he's one of the best I know, without a shadow of a doubt.
He's ridiculous.
We got 2 of the best drummers in this chat right here. It's crazy.
Well, and then we got Jandre.
And then we no. You bastard. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks. This is
joking.
PUBG's House. This is Joel Dickson. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. So like, look, and then also because you're such a active vocalist, and you work hard, and you obviously take care of your craft and your talents.
Yeah.
You see, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of shit that's the attitude that I like. I wish I could do more. So tell me, or tell the listeners, if they want to get into something that you do in terms of vocal and stuff, vocal training, and becoming a vocalist and stuff. What would you be your 4 most important points? You can give a bonus 5th if you want. And you're in the chat as well.
I had to give it a hard.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that I've already said it now. I think the most important thing for anyone who's honing any craft, really, it doesn't matter if it's music or if you're an artist, or even if you want to be a better whatever you're doing. You need to be very critical of yourself, and to make sure that you are looking at what you're doing and the stuff that you're putting out, and criticizing your own work constantly. I mean, when I release something, I'm never happy with something. I release it like I do release it. I release it when I'm happy with it, but then afterwards,
do you ever release anxiety?
I'll nitpick it, right? But no, I have enough self-control to release something when it's ready to be released. Like I release it, get it done. But afterwards, I can't help myself. I'll just nitpick my own music, and so for it still sits with me when I listen to and MS4 stuff, and I hear every now and then I hear a little note that's like a little flat or like a little sharp.
But you gotta let yourself grow. You've got to let yourself grow. Those are the things that make you grow as a musician.
But I think that's one of the most important things, is that you are self-critical, and that you are you're taking, or never let something sit and be perfect. You must criticize your own work, and so that next time when you're doing something, you have something to go on. Okay, I must focus on these things that I did wrong in the last one, and this could be better, and this sound could be better, and then the same thing goes for live performances. Watch videos of yourself and see what awkward things you do. If you do something awkward, you don't like it, fix it, don't do it again.
That's just to I don't want to float your boat again, but that's one thing that you and your family, let's be honest, you're a family of performers. I think you've kind of understood from a very young age, because isn't your mom Julie? She was a choreographer of sorts,
director.
Director, and your dad Mark is also something in that regard, right?
Composer, he composes.
Composer, correct. So the art of performing, and I know that through your brother as well. And the one thing that I can tell through your performances, especially on screen, for instance, the Grime House thing, as well as the last one, the live video, you're an absolute natural. And you on camera, even when you were sitting across the couch looking at, having a glass of wine with your significant other during an abusive relationship, you sold that to me.
Thank you. that was very awkward for me. Like
I know, but you pulled it off. You pulled it off.
Yeah,
you getting thrown into the grave. You pulled it off. You going, my heart's a prison, into a freaking whatever you were looking at it. Just the angle, everything was perfect. So kudos to you, dude. I'm not here to float your boat. I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm being absolutely genuine. So on that note, dude, it's been absolutely awesome to have you on the show. But I
only gave 1 point.
Oh, did you only give 1 point? Shit.
It's
okay,
fine.
Second
it's
point.
Fine.
No.
I don't really have much to say, like in that regard. Like, that's for me, that's the most important thing. It's just that it's like, you got to criticize yourself and surround yourself with good musicians and people that want the best for you. Surround yourself with people that
okay, that's three. That's 3 now.
Yeah. So necessarily, I'm saying, like, when you're choosing the people that you want to be in your immediate circle. There must be people that want that want people. There must be
Pee on people,
that,
you know.
Pee on people.
Yeah.
That's number 4. That want the best for you and that want to see you grow. You know, it's often there's people that are snakes in the grass, and they want to see you fail. And so, you know, those kind of people need to be avoided, even if they're good people, like they're good musicians. Like you're gonna have to cut them out. And it's about, you know, surround yourself with people that want you to succeed and that want to join you on that journey. So it's people that are investing in you.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
And that goes not only for you, but that also goes for your peers in the scene as well. Because a lot of the time, a lot of people are competing with each other. That shouldn't be the case. It's not a competition, people. It is a community, and you need to grow together. You need to be able to withstand whatever is put to you in whatever circumstance. And I think that's a lot of the times where we fall short, where everything becomes personal. Everybody's so sensitive. At the end of the day, it's a community. We need to stick together and rock and roll going forward. And it's only going to take buy-in from everybody.
And play shows.
But the shows are coming, bro. Have you got anything booked? Anything booked?
Nothing yet.
Okay,
yeah,
but it's coming, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Dream Demon, dude.
Because what we're also going to be doing is once the shows start happening, I'm taking this P-cast on the road, baby. And we're going to do some backstage vibes. I've got my external sound cards. I've got all the gear. As you can see, I've got second cameras, baby. And
fancy.
Yeah, dude. So
fancy.
it's going to be fun. But Joel, dude, it's been so cool having you on this podcast. It's been a long time coming. Any parting words that you wish to let anybody know where they can follow you, follow Dream Demon? You can follow him at Joel M. Dickson on Instagram, Dream Demon on Facebook, Dream Demon Band on Instagram, and Dream Demon Band on Facebook, yeah?
Yeah, and then my YouTube is just Joel M. Dickson.
Sick.
And then my
Sharona.
Instagram is NTF Joel, I think. No,
you're Joel M. Dickson,
Joel
dude.
Dickson.
Yeah,
I changed it.
Yeah.
From no
and by the way, it's no longer up in your face for the one day. It is Baba G's Hours Podcast, episode 62. It's great to have you on, Joel. Dude, it's been great.
Thanks,
Thank you so much for coming on. I'm looking forward to having a catch-up after you release Fear.
Definitely, dude.
That's going to be super fun. And we can also catch up on the happenings in the scene. It's been freaking fantastic chatting to you. I look forward to doing it again. Long overdue. Lots of love, my man. Send love to the family. Cheers, and I'll see your brother soon. Sweet brother. Cheers there.
For sure, dude. Ciao.
All right, baby. That was Joel Dickson of Dream Demon and all the other bands we discussed. It's absolutely amazing to chat to him. Such a great dude to shoot the shit with. On that note, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to close off the show with his song with Charles Knight and Pullen. Why not? Charles KP and Joel Dickson, In Due Time. They did a cover together, and it should close off the show nicely. But Ramon, it's a competition against Joel. He's awesome. He's that awesome, and you need to strive towards greatness. 100%, I agree. That's amazing, dude. He's got more subscribers than I do on YouTube, if you can believe that. Well, you can believe that, but anyway, he puts out music so quickly and all that stuff. It's nuts. I'm trying to find this Joel Dickson In Due Time video. I don't even know if it's on Facebook. Clearly not. There we go. Here we go, guys. It's in the Roof Studios. I'm going to put this on. We're going to have some final thoughts. And I'll see you now. Woo! Okay, one more chorus and we'll call it. Oh, yes, please. That was amazing. Right, guys. I think that's the show. Thank you so much for joining it. We had a blast. We're back in front of the camera, having some drinks, talking, shooting the shit with some epic guests. Thank you so much to Joel Dickson for joining the show. I've thoroughly enjoyed chatting to him. Look, I think the way that went, I think we're going to get together a little bit more often. You know, we can catch up and do some things. But I've got nothing else to say. I've had a great show. We shot the shit. It's been great. Look forward to some new episodes. I might have a new episode on Thursday. I'm going to try and see if I can get Gideon from Hope Punk Records on Thursday. I know it's a bit short notice. I was supposed to get him on the show a couple of weeks ago, and my humblest apologies. I was having an identity crisis. I was waiting for new gear to come across. You know, new gear, because I'm loving that shit. And, you know, be that as it may, guys, it's been absolutely awesome having everybody in the chat. Thank you, Set for the Sky. Thank you, Art. Thank you, Dane. Thank you, Jandre. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Dane. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Michelle. You guys are all awesome. But until then, guys, this is Papa G's House, episode 62 with Joel Dickson of Dream Demon. Until then, we say peace. I don't wanna go anywhere else. I wanna go to Papa G's. Yeah, that's where we go.